Sì, la Salino, i Giavi, vivi, vuoi su questo 50 di nuovo. Poi me ne hanno una chiamata, io non avevo io stavo schmira. Potrei fare un seriale come fosse via, perché non vi conosce. Perché io che mi vedo che come si trova con un po' di rimro.
Non è il grammo per mai vorrei.
Come mai fai un ciao, poi vi segui ciao, ci vedo tutto bene.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech Eloheinu le'Avraham le'Yitzchak le'Yaakov, Oilagod Elohimu v'Neinu Elali, and give up the David Gerakel, the Zecher Kasi Obis, maybe girly Jim lunch, maybe Abel, Hazer Mishamogi, Baruch atah Adonai, Mogin Avraham, Matakiva, the Mandir Mechai Mesi, Matar Abisha, Mashi Guru Akabri, Dagash, Chaim Chazam Mechai Mesi, Berakli Rabbi, Simith, Levi, Fichili, Matar Suri, Kaim, Rossi, Lishina, Die Gemeente maken we deze midden in de afgelopen is we gaan maar twee geschoven. En maar na te lachen is meestal maar gaat al die ga je aan meestal. Chayim Elo Chasala Barakatah Dinai Oel Akol Disha Dinai Lo Das Mami No Nishvino Chamin Nishvaka Mami Do Das Barakatah Dinai Chayin Adas Shvino Vina Tzach Vina Makilo Vida Sach Vina Mishua Shino Baraka Barakatah Dinai Reita Disho Basach Lona Friki Chaton Mechilon Machine Kivashon Kyote Sala Chaton Barakatah Dinai Chan Lama Lislayach Nogo Dinu Vira Vinu Giolinu Mihelo Manchmecha Kyo Chasakato Barakatah Dinai Gel Yisrael Vino Dinu Rafeishin Vinu Shaki Sasino Tavale Unfortunately, Muhammad is in the Khifin, Aman Brak, Malato Bergado, Dinai, they fail, I'm a saw, but I know the name of such as it's only so the same Raha, Bene Adam, Sabine with the Raha version of Sino Kashan, had the Vizraha. Yo, David made about the very Kashan, Bergado, Dinai, very Kashanim, because of the same Sundays, the Gavitin, the Sino Gavitin, Yakan, Maverick, face hearts, are Sino Bergado, Dinai, the Gavitin, I am a saw, generation, we are seeing what Philo was a remember Yogi, Leifel not the United Bath for the Husband of the Telecom Mishwa, but I got all the night, pay to the Commission. I think will come in the Cosy video, from the so Mapus are showing her soccer, Shabbos Lager, Safnia, Mir of Yamino, but I got all the night. Even Magneas did it. I think Mapus was down from his straw, I'll play that space. Malgary after the goal in Yaman, since over the Hobbit Commission of Emerson, in Norm. Leila Minevish give a Habitat, no Barakata, the night. Mission lived at Hatadikim, the Habitat position, we say, Yasha, the Bad Police of the home here, we say, talking with a soft Caribbean Minubin and Elon. Barakata, the night. 20 years old, I'm a son of the family Sastia, the kind of time to show something. The shots of people call, yeah, Barakata, the night. It's me, Akia, and Yeshua. I didn't know what the radio of Rakamak and political brass and process. You don't see no Kiel Shimi out to release the second name motto. אנחנו כאילו כמה תשבינו קיאטו שמי אתבס טובה ורחדו דינוי שמי אתבי לא רצייה לדין ממחליסם סוסם שיבון שיפה אבידו להתבי ויסח ואיש ישראל סרצון מיאבס ורוצים נסיל ורוצים תמיד אבידו סיסרא ונחו סחזנו אינינו בשוב חלוצים ברקמים ורחדו דינוי אנחנו זה שנוסי לצייה Welkom is bij de organisatie. Ik ga ook in het algemeen doen. Maar we gaan hier nog eens aan de vragen. Dus ik wil kiezen. Ik wil zien of ze dat ze zien hoe ze al heel wat is. Maar ik ga het niet. Nee. Als ik zin al van de heet is. Ik zal dit nog gaan we nog eens werken. Wel in welke is het. Maar we gaan weer nog koning gaan. We gaan nog een keer naar de stad. We gaan weer heen. Het gaat wel als we het zo we gaan we gaan met TV naar van waar gaan we zo. Gewoon iets wat zo is wel gaan. Maar gaat dat niet. Nee. Maar ik ga zo iets al zo. Tassin shows in his action man of Mamma, you grow the shim on the never shown them, man. אז ראינו לישינו על דבר כבית שמח, ועשי לינו מחבר, חתיסינו למען שמח, ישראל מסחר לשמירה, ואמרנו סביע מחמחוס, ויעשנו כולנו ויקרנו, משך המחיים, וחיים לחבית ישראל, ולא בזמן דבר רבים, רומם. Bora, bola, bola, país, 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 Rabbi Yisrael, God, my friend, the Shvayim, Roman, the Shvayim, the Shvayim, taking all in Rabbi Yisrael, Roman. It's the time we made of Yaz, the time all in Rabbi Yisrael, Roman.
Okay, so halacha question based on video of what we started last night. So you have a factory, and there's been a lot of theft in the factory. Who's been stealing? The question is, you think you have a suspect. You have a suspect who the ganav is, who the thief is. And the question is, could you invite the thief into your office or somewhere else? And before you invite him in, plant there a stash of cash, an envelope of cash, a wallet, something of value. put it somewhere where it's within view, in order to see if that person is going. You plant the camera there, and this way to see if he's going to steal it, and right away you'll bust him. So is that allowed? You'll want to find out if he's a ganav. Is he a ganav? If he's a ganav, you don't want him working for you. He's a thief. You'd say you're not allowed. What would be the halakhic reason why not? Exactly. The Torah tells us before a blind person would not put a stumbling block, and included in that is giving someone a temptation to do it. So that's not the answer. That's the question. The question. I'm explaining the question. The question is why you would want to do it, because you want to get rid of any thieves you have working for you. Why perhaps you would not want to do it is because the Torah tells us that you're not allowed to put a stumbling block in front of a blind person. And so before we get is he a ganav or is he not a ganav? You want to find out. Okay. Could you ask him? Ask him if he's a ganav or not. Okay. So before we get to the answer, okay, so that's exactly part of it. But so before we get to the answer, a few stories in the Gemara, which will get us to the answer. First story in the Gemara says that Rav Huna wanted to test his son, Rabba, to see if he's going to. He's always training him to speak calmly, do everything calmly. And we know there's the Igeres Haramban, there's a famous letter of Nachmanides, which tells us Shema B'ni Musaravi. Many people say it every single day after davening that a person should always make sure to speak benachas nicely to every person and every time, right? And maybe you'll say every day after davening because it's a reminder. Stay calm. Stay calm now. What is it? Keep calm. Whatever, Shabbos is coming. I don't know all those stuff. Keep calm, right? So, not calm. Okay, not calm. So we're supposed to stay calm, and that's why people say that every day after davening. And he was training. Rav Huna was training his son. Later was Rabba. He was training him to. So he wanted to test him to see if he's going to lose his temper. Part of the training. And what he was doing is tearing clothing in front of him. Tearing clothing, we discussed before, ruining something is we discussed about someone be part of a minion if they ruin things. How do we judge if someone's a meshugana? If they ruin their things, they don't take pride in their stuff, huh? Losing. Okay, that's a little more complicated. Losing is a little more complicated. That's not going to losing. It's a lot more complicated. But someone who's because losing could be by mistake. People lose things by mistake. Even they lose it every single time they lose their keys, and it's a daily thing. It's not that they want to lose their keys. They're busy with other stuff. They're busy whatever. In any case, if you have the money, the difference in losing and having it in front of you and ripping it up, ruining it. And so Rav Huna decided he's going to ruin something in front of his son just to see if his son's going to get mad at him, and just to try to refine his character, to give him a reason to be mad, but he shouldn't get mad. So So the Gemara asks if he's going to get angry, which was his purpose, and he's going to get mad at his father, then Rav Huna may be over, he might transgress. If a child gets mad at their father, the Torah tells us, "Kabi the Savicha v'Simach," you have to honor your father and mother, and you're not letting. Huh? It says there's a law in Shulchan Aruch that tells us that a parent should not smack a child after bar mitzvah or bas mitzvah because they might hit back, and if they hit back, oy. That's terrible. And so you're being over. You are doing the prohibition of putting a stumbling block in front of a blind person by smacking a child. And so the Gemara asks this question: how could Rav Huna do that if he's causing his son to get mad? So the Gemara answers that Rav Huna forgave his son before. I don't care. You get mad at me. I forgive you before. And therefore, he wasn't over because the father could be Michael on their cover. The father could be forgo on his honor. And if he forgoes on his honor, then only a melech shemachal kvede. Exactly. So still, Tosfos argues on this and says that if the son doesn't know that the father is Michael, it doesn't help. The son still did the sin. The Ritva says that no. There's machlokes between Tosfos probably here. If he says, Tosfos says, if you tell the son you forgive him before, I forgive you for getting mad at me, then he's not going to get things. He's going to know he's not getting mad. Ritva says, no, you don't tell him. You just you hetz him on. You tease him to do it. Hopefully he's gonna pass the test. He's not going to get mad, and he gets mad. It's my fault. Don't worry about it. In any case, we see from this Gemara that there is a case where it's not considered putting a stumbling block in front of a person if you do something. According to this, it says you would be able to test this person to see if they're a thief. However, you should be Michael him before. In other words, he says further, you should take 3 people and say, this item over here of value, this wallet, this stash of cash, whatever it is, I'm making it hefker. I'm making it ownerless. So I'm putting it over here. It's ownerless. And if anyone takes it, and then you call the person in and you test them. And what do you gain by this? Huh? So if they take it, they didn't steal because it was hefker. So you didn't do the aveira of lifnei and putting a stumbling block in front of a person. And hopefully they won't steal. But if they did, you now know they're a thief. You can't come after them for the other money because you don't have proof. There's no witnesses. But you could say, I don't want this person working for me. It's like what?
Like you had that in mind. Original stock. The original stock. Yes.
Yeah. And prove this comes from another Gemara. The Gemara says, what happens if someone thought they're eating treif? They had a plan to eat treif. They wanted to eat a cheeseburger. And then they found out, it was parb cheese. It wasn't a real cheeseburger. Huh? They had in mind to have a cheeseburger. So there's two things. There is an intent, and a person says, it says that the person has to do tshuva. The person has to do tshuva for it. So it says.
Only on Avodah Zarah you nullify your vow, and she didn't know. Only Avodah Zarah is so Hashem Yisrael, Rashi says, even though she didn't do an Avera, but there's still Hashem Yisrael.
Yeah.
The rest of the stuff, if you wanted to do it,
anyway, this is a case. This is a case in the Gemara about the non-kosher food. Huh? He didn't do an Aveira. But he thought he's doing an Aveira. He has to tshuva for that. So he doesn't get the Aveira. Obviously, it's a lot less. It's huh? No punishment. It's not punishment. Like Chaim said, there's no punishment. He didn't do anything wrong. He's not getting punished. But because he had a hearer, he had a thought to do it, he has to tshuva for that. According to the Gemara. In any case, there's still two more cases. There's still two more cases that we have to go through. There's still two more cases we have to get to in order to get our final answer. We'll continue that tomorrow.
הוא אכל משהו כשר, והוא חשב שזה משהו לא כשר. No, הוא עשה מעשה עם המחשבה הזאת. It's not that you imagined you're eating. It's that you ate and you imagine it's not kosher. If you imagine you're eating, you don't get any aver. You have your imagination, that's not an aver. But if you actually eat a food and you think it's not kosher, that is an aver. It's an aver that Hashem didn't forgive you. You tshuva for it.
You didn't get the Avera of eating non-kosher, but you got the Avera of intending to eat non-kosher.
It's not the intent.
According to this Gemara, there is. So, anyway, we still have a few more cases we have to discuss in order to get down to the bottom of it.
It doesn't make any damage.
Yeah, we're gonna get back to it. Meyer, page 118. Who wants some causes for Meyer? Come on, who wants that? Anyone want causes for Meyer? Ruben, you want to
Onay Hoshia Hamele Yanenu Bayom Koreno, Onay Hoshia Hamele Yanenu Bayom Koreno, Onay Hoshia Hamele Yanenu Bayom Koreno, Stella Biskada Shimeraba, Almadi Veraki Yosef, Aligma Yosef, Isbar Kuganef, Karem Shike, Icon, Icon, and Head of Israel, Bagala Bisman Karib, Ibru, Amen. Shimei Kurisha Viriku, Ela Mikrobehasa Veshiras, Behasa Vedemasa Damiran, Dalma Bibru, Amen. Barhu is an I am around. Puso corazón pero le dijimos Moshe en Israel, acá no Shira de Sinharo, ahora en Bucolan, שמדי פולישה בליכוד, אלא מתרבחסה ושילסה ובחסה ונאמרת בבניין בעלמה בגרוף Skada biskada shmeraba.
Amen.
Madi brach se benimo se bezmar pokane begare mishin.
Amen.
Hono behet hobe Israel bagala bisman karib in ro amen. Shemene kurisha birifu. From the casa beshiras the casa benemasa da miranda alma biru amen. Skala hobe Israel kada bukhode bishmaya biru amen. Shalem arava min shmaya Dorita Leno and Paul Israel in room. Amen. Shalom, Roman, who is Shalom and Paul Israel in room.
Yes, made up.
بني مر بهاي أنا لمن عارف ويبقى هو هي أنا خاف وشمو هي خاف.
Skada skada shmeiraba yom yom yatzlach b'kali v'kari v'shichay. Amen. Yeter v'vech machai l'chol b'yisrael v'agol makar v'yu amen. Amen. Ich habe ja mich mal ein wie mal in our grace up. Amen. Shalom mal ja shalom in our grace up. Amen. This ja also schon kisa boy. Du weißt alles über da ja. Seba ni asisi ni asa. Ich will schon jetzt von der It was mit auch gescheit was ich ganz gut schon kann aber dann kann ich wieder verlesen after the kind of she's before my year said oh my gosh ara ما يدخل ميجي لما كيفان شابرا ضاقته ما كشيمه لا تاكل ايش فاك وذاك يسال في غير بدل ما يقول لي ايش كمان تيجي عاد زي
كتاب كلاش مروا
آمين.
آمين.
Amen. Amen. Yashikaya. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, Yashikaya. The Chanukah class is right now, and then after that we have his class of Sharon Lankari at 8 o'clock. 3 classes. Oh, free. Yes, no charge.
No charge.
Are you going live or?